How you guys doing? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome to Hydroneer Journey to Volcalidus. This is sort of a makeup stream, and the reason why is because, well, yesterday I was not the man I was today. I was a broken man. I was a pained man. I was in absolute agony. Basically, I had a migraine for the whole of the day. I took so much medication that I fell asleep like countless amounts of times during the day, and it got to a point where there was just no point in carrying on, and I went to bed. I'm not pussing out. It was that bad. So we're back into Volcalidus today. Thankfully, my migraines only ever normally last me about 24 to 36 hours. Yeah, I was dosed up to the eyeballs on painkillers yesterday. So apart from that, I'm doing all right. It's still a bit niggly. It's almost like it should still be there, but it's not quite. But it's a very strange feeling to have right now. So yeah, apart from that, I'm all good. So thank you very much, He-Wolf, for being here. So what are we doing? I've got to try and remember what I was doing now because it's been a week and a bit. Right, so what I was going to do, I was going to build a pipe system to feed into here, wasn't I? So I need to loop out of here, come across here and go that way. I need pipes, which means we're going shopping. Oh, it's going to be fun. So get a rough idea of what I need. I need three corners, one here, and one here. Couple of straights, some more corners to go down, so we're looking at 6-7 corners, and then like 20 straight pipes to the end, basically. One thing I'm going to have to take into consideration at one point, and I'll probably try and fit it in around here somewhere, is another one of those, another intake for power, to keep the water flowing as best I can, to keep everything else moving. And also at some point we're going to have to put in another lava flow one to keep the power flowing here as well. So we're gonna have to go and get all that today, and then we'll be okay. Oh god, yeah, and I'm all like hiccupy at the moment because I've just eaten. Right, we need all this out. This is for later, maybe, depending on what I need later on. Oh yeah, but apart from that, yeah, I'm doing okay. It's a bit tentative today, so I'll probably end up taking some more like pain relief today, because like I said, it feels like it's there, but it's not. But it is. It's a very hard feeling to describe. But yeah, they're not nice. Like when I have a migraine, it's usually because like something like the pressure in the air is changing. Normally that's the case, so it means there's either a storm happening, coming, or things are starting to even themselves out again, which isn't great. Let me just get all this stuff out, and then we're going shopping. Cool, now we're going shopping. Right, so we need pipes, pretty much, and we need conveyor belts. So we are going to the conveyor shop. That's where we need to head. Oh yes. If I buy 18 straight conveyors, a couple of verticals, some bits and pieces, a load of pipe work, we should be completely fine. Yeah. Right. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These are a bit more harder to stack. Right. Jump 2 of these in here just in case. You never know. Might need them. It's going to get a little bit like busier down there, so that should be fine. Right, we need a load of this. The idea is to get it all onto the cart, so we don't have to keep coming back. Mainly. I don't even know how many I've got at this point. Cool. Right, get those bought. That's all good. Stay. Right, that's 6.5 grand. Everything we needed, man. Right, let's go. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. If you are, it's all good. Thank you very much for coming by. I know it's Sunday. It's a bit of a strange day to be streaming, but thank you very much for being here. Right, let's get all this down. Oh, take the whole thing. All right, that's all good. I think I need one of these for now, but I'll buy 2 just in case, because you never know. It's always good to have extra bits instead of having less, because if you have less, then you end up screwing yourself over like I've done in the past, where it's like, oh, I could do this if I had more pieces. Yeah, it's really intelligent. Really intelligent. Anyways, so first thing first, I need a straight pipe. Because I need to get a gauge on where this is being placed. So first off, if I borrow a drill and put it there, so right where that is, that's where the conveyor belts are going to be. On that line there. So that one can go back over there now. Ah, bloody game, seriously. Thank you, come again. Right. So this is going to be the end of this conveyor belt, and it's going to go up there. Main line? I think so, maybe. I'll have to check in a minute. That'll be fine there. I don't need many more of these. Right. Do. Just sorting it all out. That's all I need to do. There we go. Right, so that's all good. That's sorted. Like a packet of crisps, it's ready sorted, mate. Right, chuck that up there. Do. We need that for later. Okay, so that's the basic plan. Now I just need to warp it all into the top of this thing. So yeah, just need to mess around with the top end. I don't think I've got any T-pipes. Oh, I think I already got one. Okay. No, I need one for this because that'll carry on the link. Oh no! Oh, actually. Oh, yes, we have a spare. Fantastic. That's good. Oh, I can breathe a sigh of relief. I did something right. So what I want to do is I want to put this, because it's going to have to go there. And then we're good. Right. So what I need to do up here is I need to mess around with the way that this conveyor belt is going to be moving. So this one's going to be moving sideways. So that's why we brought these in, because these are going to go and sit up on here. And they're going to skip the barrier onto there, and then we'll be good. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Right, so that's going to go into that pipe there. Always missing that last pipe. Oh, thankfully, I didn't miss one. It was just, I'll put them somewhere else. This is where I'm going to need another T-pipe. Actually, I won't need another T-pipe. Ah, we can bend this. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Right, I need one more corner. Right, that's the last corner. Right. Right, that goes there. And then last one goes there. Fantastic. Right. This will be... We're going to be changing this over now. Oh no, there's no point in changing this over yet, is there? Because I haven't got I haven't got another load, I haven't got 20 more drills. I need to turn this on really. Right, so that's okay, and that's okay. We got straight pipes there, that's fine. Why did I need the... I think I bought it because just in case. That's fine. Right. So, this is why I'm probably going to have to look into making a new water supply up this bit because of, well, this. So what I may have to do here is, I don't know, probably loop this in, and have another feeder here for water pressure. Because right now this is just going to work. I need to when that drops down to bottom, then that's where it's going to be, and then I'll probably have to put in another one here for lava. That's fine. Okay, so that's okay, and that's okay. That's all connected. That's good. I just need this pipe to connect that up, and then we can just run 20 drills for now and be happy. Righty cokey. Let's go. I'm pretty sure it's all working and ready to go. Give it a sec. There we go. While it's off, you could snag those loose pieces snuck in the harvester. Ah, they're okay. I'll get them out now. I think that's all of them. Oh, there's a bit. I think we're good. Well, I think it's done. The reason why it's done it is because when I turned off the machines initially, then they basically just clogged up and then it didn't rinse through. But I've put this in here, so it should basically this will switch off all of the drills, and that should be okay. Did I actually? I think I rinsed that through, didn't I? I think I did, and I could actually disconnect that pipe. Oh, okay. I hate the fact I've done this. I think I don't need this pipe. See? That was risky because I genuinely thought I might need it. So the reason why I didn't need that pipe right now is because this bit down here isn't connected, so that's just fine. That's completely fine as it is. This one will be connected to this eventually. It's just I need like enough what's the word for it? I need enough stuff. Oh, okay, no, they have all turned off. Interesting. I didn't think I needed all this. Oh, that's because I haven't connected this bit. Okay, I did need it. Huh. Ah! There we go. If I shut this off now... Yeah, that makes more sense. That's fine. I can live with that. So now I don't need these pipes. Not yet. I'll need that one soon when I flip it down to that one. And I'll need that one down there. There we go. So that's all fixed and sorted and done and dusted. Brilliant. And there's spares ready for the next section. So I need... How much is it for... I can't remember how much it is for a drill. I've got a drill here just so I can go... Yeah, it's that much. I need 2,000 Cloutium. Fun and games for the whole family. How much we got? 316. Not bad. So we got a little bit of a grind. Got a little bit of a waiting time. But all that while that we're waiting, we're making bank. This is the thing. This isn't about like building the biggest setup. This is about just getting to 100 million Hydrocoin. So the longer this keeps grinding along and being happy, then the shorter time I have to worry about it. That's what I was going for with this build. It's like 20 drills will eventually get to 100 million over a really long period of time. The idea is to get like 2 setups going and then being happy. Right, where to put my pickaxe? Because I'm going to need to do something. Do. I can just about reach. Right. Now, where do I put my thingy? Here, thingy. I swear I had a tier 2 one at one point, but no, I don't have one. I should think so. Right, need to chop out that last bit as well. Save some for later, Augustus. Just walk up the side of the conveyor belt. That's all you've got to do. Damn you. Ugh. Spoiled that for myself. Haven't played this in a while. My old computer would crash when too many things were running. Now I've got a Ryzen 7 with a 4070 Super. Thinking of what? Okay, so when it comes to this game, it doesn't matter how good your graphics card is. It doesn't matter how good your processor is. It'll just block itself. Comes down to all the particles. It helps a little bit, but genuinely, most of the time, it all comes down to just how short your conveyor belts are and keeping your build running without any sort of problems. That's really about it. Just keep everything short and sweet. Like conveyor belts, don't make them majorly too big. Don't have too many items on your belts and all that stuff. And the game will run perfectly fine on anything. You just have to build to your size. That's really about it. I'm running a 30... no, I'm not running a 37 anymore. I'm running a 5800 X3D with a 4060 graphics card. And at some point I'll end up with just problems, because that's what always happens. I don't need a tool rack. I know where my tools are. I don't lose them very often. Not anymore, at least. Yeah, I'm running like the highest grade processor I can before I'd have to upgrade my motherboard, and it just works. But this game will chew it. It's because the game is just a pain in the ass. No, that really doesn't help. So basically, the idea is to keep your junk pile down as much as you can. Only use spare bits what you need, and so on and so forth. Keep everything like dead simple, because the more bits you've got laying around, the worse it gets. So the reason why I double up on my conveyor belts, where I've got 2 drills either side, is because if I have like a row of 20, and I know I've got 20 drills in a row, like one big row, that will actually cause more lag because of the amount of items on the conveyor belt. If you have, like I've done, where you've doubled up the conveyor belt, it actually won't lag as much because it's a shorter belt. It gets processed faster. I don't really care about carrying all my tools, because I'm not really doing much outside of this area. I'm extending out every now and then, so my tools can sit around the back. I'm okay. $431, so I can build 4 of these drills right now. I need 20 of them. Ugh. So that's fine. This will be a T-pipe. I don't have any T-pipes. Do I have any? Oh, I have one. Yes. So that's where that one's going to be gone. And then for now, that's where that one will go. Bum, bum. Guess you can't take a shovel to soil from the bottom and bring it to surface. You've never been able to do that, so that doesn't make any blind bit of difference about like where you get. So you can do it. You can take a shovel from the bottom all the way to the top, but it will turn into the soil that it came from, and that's been a myth in Hydroneer since the beginning. It's been one of those things that's never ended a myth. Even with us in like Discords, we've sat there and just gone, no, it's bullshit. It's never been a thing ever in this game. and it was thrown around so much. It was like, well, you know, this is the big one. And the reason why it happened is because of the bigger YouTubers who don't know what they're talking about. Unfortunately, you know, some of them did start learning, but it did take a long time to like get it into their heads. But yeah, the myth was that you could take soil from the bottom of the thing and it would make giant nuggets. And the only reason why that happened was because in 1.2 and 1.3 nuggets were massive anyway, and that was literally the rumor. It was funny because most of us that actually did the research, because there was no guide for this game. The people who sat here for hours and hours and hours learning how to do everything and learnt everything, we all knew that it was fake. So every single person came into the Discord. Oh, did you know if you put this, you can get like massive nuggets? No, you can't. They weigh the same as the topsoil. No, they don't. I saw it on someone's video. And there's your problem. And it was, at the time, there was only me debunking this stuff. And then it was me and then loads of members of the Discord. And then like everybody knew. Apart from the odd person who'd still believe that it was the same in that video. But that was early days. That was the problem with the early days of this game. Early days of this game, because the nuggets were so big, like beach ball sized, that even a £1 nugget looked like it was worth like £1 billion, even though it wasn't. And that's where that rumour comes from. It's a fun one. And I've enjoyed debunking that one for most of my time on this game. I'm a sad person. But it's all good in the hood. So yeah, this line's going to be for one side, then that line's going to be for that side, and then we'll do the same with. I'll use corner pipes on this one to start with, so we just ring it in and be happy. Or we might just do this maybe, and then when they go to change over, I'll just get another load of T-pipes. So I need to go and get another load of corners, which means I need to go back to the shop. We'll go from there. How are the vehicles now? Any issues? They don't spack out as much as they used to. Like, that's quite welcoming. I would say that they're okay. They're just really bobbly, you know? Do corks actually help maintain pressure? No, they just stop drip noises. They've never maintained pressure at all. They just stop the drip, 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 drip. What you do is just turn off the sound effect and it doesn't really matter. That's another myth. They don't actually do anything with the pressure. They just stop the drip noise. Ah, it's like Mythbusters. I just need a load of corners for now. I know I've got some back there, but I haven't got enough. Right, that'll do for that. Do I need anything else? I don't think so. Oh. We'll need one of those later. So I'm doing this all with like tier 1 equipment. I'm not doing this with like all the other stuff, because it just takes too long to unlock it all. I think I'm going to get me some ales from the store and get back to this. Haven't really played since the farming update. Well, all this is new for you then. You've never seen Volcalidus. Oh, well. Enjoy your ales until you get, well, when you get back, have fun. Catch you in a minute then. Right. The downside is getting back up on it. Oh, you've only been watching it play? Oh, sorry. I apologise for all the shit I put people through. How you doing, Gadfield? Welcome, brother. It also keeps the lava from messing. That's nice. So, the plus side is that if you're in like floor 1 at this end, then your lava will only go through to like tier 1 dirt. Hence why these. But you can use the rake and go over the top of them. So it's nothing too bad. Like, you just get your rake, and then you can cover up the floor. It's all good. Or what you could do is just put some flooring down. I'm honest, I tried to be. I basically tried to play the game, and I try to just be honest with what I'm doing. If, you know, I don't like telling people falsities. Because then you give yourself a reputation for being a bit of a douchebag. I mean, I do that to myself anyway, but I don't tend to like divert from the truth of things. Not as much as like a lot of people. Just watching Mine Rescue. Oh, is there a new season? I haven't kept up with that. I've watched seasons 1 and 2. Unless that's all they've done so far. The new season. Yay! I've got something to watch tomorrow then. I've got editing tomorrow, so like that makes my life a little bit more fun. Excellent. I'll get onto that. Has the new season of Gold Rush started yet? Because I haven't even bothered tuning for that yet. I'm so far behind. So. It's over though? Hold on, what? Hold on. Discovery Plus. What do you mean it's over? Give me a sec. Search. I watched season 14, if that helps. What do you mean it's over? Like, never going back on telly? Or streaming services, wherever you may be. Because I watched season 14, I'm just waiting for a new season now. Oh, okay, yeah, I knew that. I watched the whole of season 14. I was hoping that I can't remember when it all starts airing again, but I know obviously they're filming like this year, and then it's like a year in advance, isn't it? Well, knackers to that corner. Oh, for God's sake, really? All I want you to do is go... Oh, yeah. I'll figure that out in a minute. Right, we need some more lava for the old truck. I keep being asked to go back to doing the next season of Gold Rush as well, like the gold mining sim. I'm like, I can't do it just yet. I like to make things look occasionally nice. Right, they're all ready to go. That's all ready to go. That's all ready to go, and that's all ready to go. Fantastic. Season 15 hasn't started yet. No, I know. That's what I'm waiting for. It should start next month. Like next month, right? Next month. And there's like an 8-week run. Stops for Christmas. Come back next year and watch the rest of the season. Ugh. 600. Ooh, you know what? If I get 10, we'll be alright. How you doing, buddy? There's 4 seasons of Mine Rescue. I know. Hold on, if there's 4 seasons... Which one did I watch? I'm swearing I watched the 3rd series. I watched the 3rd series. Now I've got to look again. Discovery Plus. Because I watch everything online on this, because I don't have it on TV. Gold Rush. Mine Rescue. I watched season 1. Did I watch season 3? I think I watched season 3. Maybe. A miner's wife must overcome her fears. I don't know. I don't think I did. Okay, so I've got to watch season 3 and 4 then. Cool. Do you plan on streaming Orebound more? I will when the game officially comes out. I've just recorded a video on it about like what I'm actually going to be doing. So, yeah, the reason why I'm more apprehensive about doing more with Orebound right now is because it comes out in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And because it comes out officially, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to... If I keep my save, then it's okay. If I don't keep my save, I've got to start again anyway. But it means all of that progress disappears, and then it's like... I might as well just see... What I might as well do is just like give it a couple of weeks, wait for the game to come out, and then be like, okay, cool, now I can start playing Orebound properly. Because in the video that I've just recorded, I basically have the... it's not so much as infinite money, but I can supply my own demand of cash, which I think was pretty cool. So yeah, that'll be that's the next video coming up. And then from there, I don't know, I might just go into like heavy content creation with it. The thing is, I'm expecting Orebound to be a slow grower in a way, a little bit like Satisfactory, because Satisfactory, obviously version 1 now, people are out buying it and playing it and everything else, and they're watching everybody else play it, and it's all good. Orebound, I feel, will be a little bit sleepy for a bit, like until maybe like mid next year, and then next year people start picking up going, wow, you know, it's a bit like Satisfactory. Oh my god, there's loads of these videos about this game. Oh, I never saw this before. Because in fairness, it's been a bit of a sleeper. Like, no one knew about Orebound until, I don't know, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? Let me just pull up SteamDB, and you'll see it. It has been a little bit of a sleeper. Orebound. So this is Orebound's chart. Orebound's chart. Ta-da! The literal hype was last month. This time last month, there was only 39 people that knew about Orebound. Now there are 2,000. And it's all because of like a few of us that are playing this game. There's not many. I don't think there's many people really playing Orebound right now. And if they are, then fair play to them. But I think right now, because everyone's playing Satisfactory, Orebound's a little bit like in the background. But then the official release is October. So I'm expecting a little bit more of a pop. So what I may even do is, if I just wait until October, wait till the game comes out, and then stream it day 1, and then boom, 4 or 5 hours gameplay, and you get to watch the whole thing blow up. And because I know what I'm doing now, which does help, makes the game a little bit easier. I want to see all the new stuff as well. That's the big thing. Well, Satisfactory, of course Satisfactory is going to give Orebound some competition. It's the same game. It's just different setting. But the thing is Satisfactory's been out for what, 7 years? It's been a long time in development, that game. And in fairness, it's now a completely amazing game. It's now fully fleshed out, and I'm not sure if Coffee Stain are going to carry on doing stuff with it, or they're going to move on and do something else. But yeah, Orebound is the next one, and Orebound is a really small development team right now. It's like 8 people. So we're gonna. What's the goal? 100 million Hydrocoins. And right now, I have no idea. All I'm waiting for is to get 1,000 clout in, and I'm going to get 10 drills. And then I'm going to put 10 more drills up the side of that. That's literally the entire plan right now. That's it. 10 drills in and get 30 running, and then we blitz more money. And then I do it again and I get 40 drills in, and then we do a lot more money, and then we get 50 more drills in. Now I have to extend the mine again, basically. I'm going to keep going until I've got so much coming in that it's down to like 20 FPS, and then it's just chug, 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 chug. That's all I've got to do. All I've got to do now is wait. But apart from that, that's it, really. Never seen this game yet. Really? The Doc 93? This game's been around for 4 years. Fair enough. If you've never seen this game, welcome. This is Hydroneer. It's now an old game. It came out right before COVID smashed us all. Basically. Would you consider playing with one of your friends for a Let's Play? No, I haven't got any friends. It's very simple. When it comes to like YouTubey friends, no, I haven't really got anybody that I play the game with, and I'm a nightmare to play the game with, basically. Because if it's not done my way, I get really pissy. I'm like OCD. So if I'm playing in somebody else's lobby, it's completely fine. If I'm playing on my own, I'm happy. But if someone joins my lobby, it gets chaos because you're not doing it the way I want it to be done, and that means that it's wrong. So I have to redo everything you do, and that's why I can't play with people. I can't. That's my main issue. But if I'm playing in someone else's lobby and it's like, hey, can you go and do this? Yeah, sure, fine. Because then I'm given a task, and I can go off and do it, and I'm left alone. But no, YouTube friends, I haven't really got many like YouTube friends that are actually like that are YouTubers as well. Because obviously that I'd be recording it and somebody else would be recording it as well. That's what I mean by like friends. So yeah, people who like come to the channel and talk, you're friends. But when it comes to playing this game and other games, I don't really have many people I play games with because I'm a fucking nightmare. It's that simple. I know some people will take offence to that. Like, oh, I'm not your friend. But no, you are my friend. It's just not in this capacity of playing Hydroneer friend. Like, I don't play this game with anybody. Even if this went to console, I still wouldn't play this game with my brothers. Because I'm mad. Anyways, enjoy the ASMR. Yeah. Well, if I start doing it, I'll buy this game tonight. We can start afresh your way. Let's see how it goes. Nope. Not going to happen, mate. If you want to see how I play this game, watch all of my live streams. It's methodically thought out and stupid. That everything has to be done a certain way. Basically. Right, what are we down to? Spanners. Not too bad. We've probably got about 2 hours left on that one. Maybe a little bit more. Have you ever heard of Eden Crafters? Yeah, I did. Played the demo through it on the stream. Thought it was a good game. I think one of the people who is sort of working on the game is in my Discord, and they've been talking about it as well. I don't know what's going to happen with it. It looks pretty cool. It's definitely a different concept. I like the fact that when the big wave hits you, It gets rid of all lesser tech, so you have to upgrade. You have to make sure everything's working, and you have to make sure it's all big. But it's very early. It's very early, sort of ish. I would say, like, it's very sort of. It's got some growing room. Let's put it that way. I think it's on my wish list though. I started playing Ball Right recently, got carried away with that at the moment. What's the aim of this game, or is it just mining? It is basically a mining game. It's a sandbox, so it's do what you like. If you play the first section of the game, which is on a different island, it's more you have to work. If you go to the king, then you get the missions and you work your way through and you build up everything up and it's all good. But once you've done everything, like I have, there's no real point to it. It's a sandbox, so you just carry on playing it until you get bored. And the reason why I'm doing this challenge for myself is because once I've done it, I'm not playing this game again. I basically just flat out just done. Unless Max came through with a new update at some point, which I'm pretty sure he's done with this. But if he ever did turn around and say, hey, you know what, we had some time, we built an update for Hydroneer, I'd probably come back to it and just to see what it's like. But then that would basically be it. I've spent a long time on this game, and I just want to play some other things. And I think Orebound's going to be like my next one. Orebound's pretty damn cool. $800. Come on. We only need another 200. Is Simulator the only genre of game you like? No, Simulator is the only game I play on here. Outside of YouTube, I play everything. So outside of this, currently I'm playing MLB. Bellwright. Let's have a look at it. Let me just pull up my Steam. See, this is what I like about Steam. It's just awesome. Oh, I think I can't spell. $24.99, and it's establish and expand your own settlements, liberate the land, and assist its villagers, recruit others. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I think I've seen this before. What was the one? I can't remember the one. Asmongold was covering for a bit, and he had like all these people building a massive like settlement and stuff. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, it looks very similar to that. I'll keep it in mind. I've added it to my. I'll keep it in mind. But no, so outside of YouTube world, what you see on my channel, I play. At the moment, I'm playing MLB 2024. I play Rocket League, Tiger Woods. I play anything that crosses my like path, really. Yeah, I've Bird of the Forest. I don't play that. Sons of the Forest as well. I don't play that either. I'm not a big fan of zombie games anymore. I'll put this in perspective. Zombies puts me off of survival games. So I did want to look at Project Castaway, but then it's like, oh, by the way, there's zombies in it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And I think that actually puts me off the game more. GTA RP is great. I've got to be honest, I'm tempted to look into that going into GTA 6. Because I've got to be honest, when it comes to Grand Theft Auto, I play it to death. I think roleplay and streaming would be a good thing for me to get into. I'm an older person, so I can just have a go at people. Get off my land, you goddamn kids! That's all crap. And create a character around it and all that stuff, but I'll see how things go. Stardew Valley is amazing. I would say probably one of the best indie games that has ever been around. I played it because I played it on PlayStation. I played it for like a solid 3 months without playing anything else. I just played Stardew. I did as much as I could, and then I just built stuff and built my farm out and just had fun. And then I came back to reality and just went, what's the date? If you find a good city and group, it's brilliant. That's all good. Yeah, I was. Who was I watching before? I was watching Modest Pelican when he used to do the RP stuff. I watched him for a bit. He was pretty cool. The Forest is great, but Sons of the Forest missed the mark for me. I'm not really worried about it. What about a more complex game like Factorio? Factorio bakes my brain. So, because as I said, I'm a little bit OCD. So, like, when it comes to Factorio, the worst part I don't like is, like, I haven't got infinite elements. So I can't just leave my factory there and leave it and make it perfect and then carry on. It's like it starts to run out, which is a pain for me. And I'm like, no, this has to stay here. But I'm not allowed it to stay there because it will run out eventually. And that'll annoy me. So, yeah, good game, but no, not for me. My Death Knight in WoW is called Night Shift. He's known for helping anyone in need. It's all good. Island Tavern looks similar to Orebound. Island Tavern is a multiplayer game with tavern elements. I thought it looked more like Tavern Manager. Because there's another game called Tavern Manager. The one that I covered on this channel. I played a bit when I was in the UK and I found a smaller pop city when I was in Australia. Because you get to know everyone and everything. You have a lot of fun, focus on RP and lose 6 to 7 hours, no problem. Sounds like a good streaming game. Yeah, I'm looking for, when it comes to GTA 6, I'm actually looking to buy 2 copies of GTA 6. One for being on the console with my brothers, and then one on the PC. And I was thinking of doing stuff for YouTube for it, but if there's an RP group, I might look into it myself. Because, like I said, when it comes to this channel, all I do is play sim games. I am looking to branch out and do other things, but I want to do it more incognito that isn't Hybridsteel. I want to do it as something else. Right, have we got 1,000 yet? 891. But yeah, I'm looking forward to GTA 6. I think a lot of people are going to get miffed off with it though, a little bit, because people are pissed off with the online for GTA. I really don't care. But won't be on PC at launch, only console. Yeah, I know, it's a shame. That's why I'm buying it on console. Let's put it this way, by the time it comes out on PC, I should have finished most of that game, if not all of it. And I would be working on like the hidden stuff and bits and pieces, because I'm a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to GTA. Always have done, always have been. So ever since the very first one, I went around all the city looking for all the collectibles and the tanks and everything else. And then when GTA 3 happened, it was like, you need to find all of this stuff. It's like, yep. So I did. I'm heading back to Australia soon and want to work and getting a decent setup and maybe start streaming. Well, if you ever want to talk about doing YouTube and stuff, you can join my Discord, talk to me wherever you want. I'm always about to talk to people who are going into streaming and YouTube because it's just one of those things. And I enjoyed talking about it. It's a good subject for me. They said PC is planned for around 12 to 18 months after the console launch. Yeah, also they're also talking about delaying the console launch. So to 2026 maybe. So we don't know yet. It's all just rumours and bullcrap. But you do realise as soon as it hits PC, it's going to be modded. So it's like, yay. So, and that's the main issue with GTA. It's literally as soon as it gets online, it's PC. Like day 2 is like boom, and then just, oh, by the way, there's like 1,000 mods. It won't be a job, just for fun. I pretty much do it for fun. Like I already asserted myself as never going ever to be a big YouTuber or streamer. So this is basically like a hobby that pays pocket money. Basically. That's how I treat it. I make videos of things I'm interested in and I go from there. Yeah, my Discord, I advertise it as the quietest Discord on the internet because occasionally people talk on there. A lot of time people don't. $9.44. The 24 hours later is a patch and mods don't work. I don't mind mods for pretty much that very reason. For me, I think for GTA, I probably want to get into just doing like random videos and stuff on GTA on PC. I'm hoping I'll be able to, and I'm hoping to make something of it. I'd like to be able to share like experiences. GTA is a big thing, so I would say like GTA is one of those things that when it comes around, people get really into it, and then it stays around for decades. I like GTA 5, which has been around for a decade. I admire Rockstar for doing it. I know people hate Rockstar for like, oh, they sold out, they just make loads and loads of money. It's like, and that was the joys of the gaming industry. That's what it was invented for, making money out of having fun. And Rockstar, all they've ever done is update their servers, made free expansion packs, and if you don't like it, you buy a shark card. That's not their fault, that's your fault. That's what I find really funny about it. People blast Rockstar all the time. Oh, all they do is they make loads of money. Oh, no. Yes, but they've given you how much free content over the years? So shove it up your bum. That's just how I see things. That's the whole point of the game. Exactly. They are the leaders of GTA. Not only is it your job to go into GTA and make money so you can buy your cars and stuff, but it's their job to make the game so you're in that game making money and they're making money off you. It's all good. They are the owners of GTA. Why does anyone open a business? To make money. Exactly. It's the I know it sounds a bit backwards. It's why I actually stick up for billionaires. And people blast billionaires for having too much money. It's like, but if you provided a service and created the next like Harrods, so let's say that you had like a little mum and pop store, and then all of a sudden it got really popular and you had to expand your store out, and it got more and more popular and you had to expand out, and it got more, and it was massive, and then you had to go online, then you were supplying the entire world. You're going to become a billionaire. And if you become a billionaire, do you become the enemy of the people because you became rich and famous, or are you going to stay grounded and get rid of all your fortune? And I know you're not going to get rid of all your fortune, so you're going to become an enemy of the people because you earn too much money, because you provide a service for the people that you're taking the money from. That's the whole problem. Yeah, I mean, I know people have a go at Elon Musk for his political views and everything else, and I don't really give a shit about them. Elon Musk made a shed ton of money from making Zip2, which was PayPal, and then he sold PayPal, bought shares in Tesla, pushed out everybody else, and forwarded the company to make lots and lots of money. And now he owns a rocket company. Fair play to him, you know? And he spent £44 billion on a social media platform that is a toxic cesspit. But it's fine, because that's what he wanted to do. You know? It is the same with YouTube. If you want to become a big YouTuber, sell your soul to the algorithm. If you can find 50,000 kids to watch your content, and those 50,000 kids tell their friends, and they tell their friends, and they tell their friends, you'll become a really big YouTuber. But you would have sold your soul to the algorithm because you're making content you might not necessarily like. Yeah. Now, if you read, when people say, "Oh, but Elon Musk took a loan out from his dad," sort of. If you read through how it all happened, it was actually a business transaction, and he went into a meeting and said, "Dad, look, if you want to invest in this, it's $128,000. Blah 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 blah. That's up to you." His dad paid him the money, and Donald Trump took a small loan of $1 million from his parents and did his own companies and went bankrupt several times, and then he still became a success. There is not a person who never took out money from friends and family in like business meetings and stuff. Jeff Bezos ran his business from a garage, and then as he was making money, his parents invested into his business, and what did Jeff do afterwards? Oh yeah, fully reimbursed his parents and gave them a shed ton of money so they never had to work again. That sounds like a complete arsehole thing to do, doesn't it? And this is why when the only people that really complain about all like billionaires making a shit ton of money are lefties. People who have a problem with people of having too much money. And that's just unfortunately the joys of life. And you always find the people who don't like it are the people who don't have anything because they're too bone idle to get off their arse and do it themselves. For me, I'm too bone idle to get off my arse and do it, but I am a bit of a dumb arse as well at the same time. I haven't got the brain to run a business like that. I don't have the capability. what I have a capability of doing is playing games on YouTube and having fun. That's basically it for me. Yeah. Well, Jeff Bezos didn't really take a loan from... He started up his own company. His parents invested into his company. They saw the potential in it. Well, not so much. Like, Twitter has never been profitable. If I'm going to be brutally honest, the memberships don't quite make up the number that he would need. Derek Mills, thank you very much for being... boom! Thank you very much for being a little member there. So, Twitter has never ever been profitable. Ever. In its entire life. Unfortunately, that's just where Twitter stands. That's just what it is and how it is. Even with memberships, it makes, I think it's just shy of what the actual costs are. So it's still not making money, but to put this into perspective, Elon Musk's bank account is so large, it doesn't really matter. You know? And like he said he would just spend money on whatever he wants in his entire life, and if he goes bankrupt, he goes bankrupt. He doesn't actually care. And it's when he addressed Bob Iger at that conference, and he basically said, if you're going to come to here and you're going to try blackmailing me with money, then you've got another thing coming. And that's where he said, he said, I tell them all to fuck off, because he doesn't care for it. He just wants to live his life, do what he wants, and carries on, like most of us. And then he gets pulled into the political spectrum because he's got views on things that he doesn't like. We all have views on things we don't like. It's just he makes them very public, like some of us do. I make some of my views public about certain things that I find like disturbing in the force of, like, you know, TV shows and films and bits and pieces, and even in the gaming world. But outside of that, no one really knows me. You know, so you won't get all the garbage I spout and talk to people about and everything else, because that's just my own personal life. You know, there are certain things where I live annoy me, so I moan to the council and I moan to other people. But that's because I'm old and I'm allowed to moan at people. Didn't Amazon start as an online bookstore? Yeah, Jeff Bezos used to sell books out of his garage. That's how Amazon started. It was basically an online library. Gary Vee started selling wine for his dad. Yeah, and he also, and look at the other stuff Gary Vee does. He hustles hard. He puts in a shed ton of work, and then he does all those, like, the book. He went to like different like garage sales and picking up things and this, that, and the other, and that was just because that was one of the things you could do to make money. And in fairness, you can. I do similar thing. I do boot fairs and stuff. So I go through about a year. I buy up a load of old crap here, there, and everywhere. If I can't sell it on eBay, I'll put it in a carrier bag and I'll put it in the cupboard. After about a year, I usually end up with a load of stuff that I'm going to boot fair. And I'll take it to a boot fair and I'll sell it all there. And then I'll do the same thing again and again. I do between 2 and 3 boot fairs a year, and I normally do okay. My average boot fair, my takings, I normally take within... My most I did was 200. Least I did was about 110, and that's not bad for 3 hours, you know. So 3 hours work, I pay £6 for the pitch, and then I'll normally take one of my kids with me, and we'll sit there, we'll sell stuff for 3 hours, and we'll come home. I'll count it up, and we'll have like a day out, or we'll do this, that, and other. That's how I treat that money. But all these people who they moan about not having money and everything else, there are definite ways out there to make it. You just have to find the way to make it. For me, I'm quite happy living on like small amounts. I don't need a lot. I'm not one of those people who enjoys spending a shed ton of money. I actually see it as a waste. So having small amounts, because I come from the whole like poor family life, that was my life for the entire thing. So if I've got like 300 quid, yeah, I'm going to spend that money. But I'm going to spend on things I'm going to use for a long time. It's like, I'll put it in perspective. That total above my head, right? All that money is being saved up. And then when I've got enough, and I feel like I've got enough, then I will buy myself my new chair, I will buy the microphone, and I will buy the things I need. And then when it's done, I take that total off, and I cut it all off. I don't need anything after that. People watch videos and donate and how much they like, and that's up to them. But for me personally, it's completely fine. Be great respect to Gary V if he shows you how easy it is to make a quick... Yeah. It's not... So, if you know what you're looking for when it comes to, like, second-hand stuff, it's an easy flip. Have you ever run an... oh, nothing happens. It's hollow. So, it looks like that underneath it. Smash the like button. That's up to you. But yeah, I've sort of, when I was watching Gary V's video of like he was picking up all this stuff from like garage sales, and it was like, hey, this thing on eBay is worth like $280. Like, I'm amazed that it took an entrepreneur this long to make these videos. I've been doing that for years. So my best after I got married, me and Kerry go out to boot fairs every now and then. We were walking around one of them, and there were these two like action figures that I'd never seen before, and they came in their boxes, and I was talking to the woman about it, and she was all like, well, they used to be my sons. I was like, okay, cool, what are they? And I looked at them. They're tails. Do you remember Tailspin from a long time ago? And she goes, look, they used to be my sons. They're like, you know, I don't really need them, I don't really want them, he doesn't want them, I'm just trying to get rid of them. And she wanted 20 quid for them, so I bought them. After I looked up how much they were on eBay, and I made 150 quid off of them because that's what they were worth. So that woman who was willing to like let them go for 20, I made £130 off of it. But that's, again, these are easy things you can do. You just flip stuff and be happy. Tailspin was cool, man. But yeah, you don't need Gary V to show you these things happen. You could watch any channel, or go to an antiques fair, or go to a boot fair, or anything. You're always going to find stuff that's worth money to somebody else. Always. But that's what I do. I actually just enjoy doing boot fairs. It's not because I'm always going to make money. I just enjoy doing them. It gets me out of the house. I get out for a couple of hours, spend some time with one of my kids. You know, it's like bonding time. It's fine. He sits there, he eats his food, he plays on his tablet, or he helps sell stuff, and it's up to him. And if he wants to help, he wants to help. If he doesn't want to help, he falls asleep in the car. It's fine. And he's done that before as well. So but yeah, doing YouTube for me has always been, it's always been one of those things. I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy messing around with videos, and I enjoy doing this, but I'm not like the greatest at editing. I'm far from being the great. But I enjoy doing what I do. And I feel Let's Plays are basically the only thing I'm really okay with, because I feel that Let's Plays are more honest content. You know, I'm not going to be lying to you about what I'm doing. You're going to be literally watching what I do. I'll try and make them interesting. Sometimes they do get boring, but that's the game. You know, I don't think, unless I really wanted to make another channel and look at YouTube from a different perspective, like clickbaity, then I think I'm all right. I have considered I have got another channel. I uploaded 5 videos to it. Like, they did okay as a new channel. Like 12, 13 views on new videos is quite impressive when no one knows you exist. But I was looking at some of the watch time. I was like, okay, so that one's okay and that one's okay. That one's a bit piss poor. So I had a better idea of what I could do. So my next attempt at that is to do another 5 videos in a very similar style, and see where I go from there. But that's extra time I have to spend on recording, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, it just means that I'll take that formula and I'll do it again, and I'll see what happens. But it's more, you have to make content a little bit more bouncy. That's the main issue. So if you're aiming for a younger demographic, like, you know, 12 to 18 year olds, you have to make your content a bit more like flamboyant, a little bit more happier, you can't be depressed, or you can't have like a monotone voice. If you watch any of the guys that I watch, like the bigger channels with like 1 million subs, they're all happy type people. It's all forced, but they're all happy type people. Or you've got something really interesting you do. Something like Spiffing Brit. I would say he's interesting. Like, you watch his videos, you genuinely want to see what he's doing and how he's going to break whatever he's doing today. Oh no! Huh. How are these still running? I thought I turned it off. Off with the water. GTA is easy to sell viewer-wise than a grindy game like this. It is. It's depending on the audience. Like I said, I mean, if you want to watch GTA, you want to get kids really involved in it. So if you look at someone like Hybridsteel plays, he knows how to keep an audience watching. He knows how to keep things rolling. And he knows that if he's loud and obnoxious and shouts at everything, people are going to watch him because people are accustomed to what he does. So the reason why it's an easier sell is because kids want to watch it because that's what they're interested in. They're interested in games that they find taboo. GTA is technically a taboo because it's a game for 18 rated people that kids play, and they're sometimes not allowed to play by their parents who are actually responsible, who say no, you can't play GTA. And so they go online and they watch videos about this game, and they'll watch like kids play it, like people like Jelly and Craner and a few other people like that. They'll play GTA, but they'll show you like the happy-go-lucky side of it, the messing around on like games and this, that and the other, and not showing much in the way of the violence that's in the game. So they make it happy for kids, and then unfortunately kids want to play it and their parents look at it and just go, why would you want to play this? It's all about drugs and prostitutes. And then that's where the bad reputation comes from, and people get a bit like narky about it. But they're not knowing that their favourite creators, their kids' favourite creators, are playing like the easy game, which is like, hey, in today's video we're going to race against each other and we're going to do this in GTA. The kids don't know what the real game is like, they just see what's on YouTube now. That's the sell. And I would say that's the problem, because most kids aren't watching the game, they're watching the multiplayer stuff. They're watching the people having fun in the game. So when their parents don't buy their game because they're upset because their favourite creator's playing it and they're not allowed to play it because they're underage, they get a bit upset about it. I would say that's where it all comes from. Partially, YouTubers are to blame for kids wanting to play adult rated games, because they make them look interesting and happy. Is it like even with my kids? My kids watch people like Jelly. My kids are 8 and 5, 6 in November, right? And I know what GTA is like. I've played every single one of them. I know for sure that my kids will not be playing GTA. But, because they watch like Jelly and they don't see it as a bad problem, and I know exactly why the game is the game, then that's part of their problem. They don't understand the game because they've never seen it been played. They see the happy side of it all. So I would technically say YouTube is part of the problem for kids wanting to play games that they shouldn't be playing. Yeah. But that's the part of the issue is content overall. You don't really ever see you don't really see a lot of people playing the actual game, because the actual game is horrifying to children. It's drugs, porn, nude, swearing. Pretty much everything that you should be getting into trouble with the police about is in that game, but they only see one side of it. Check the bar. Well, that one, there is no bar in it. I gotta make one. But I would say RP is good. If you've got kids playing the RP and it's a bit more like, I'm gonna say kid friendly, it's not so bad. Oh, it has got one in it. I always thought it didn't. Right, we'll leave that one out for now. Cool. Right, so that should be 30 drills running after this. Need a corner. I bet I haven't got one. Oh no, I have. It's upstairs. Do you think that a T2 conveyor is possible in a future update? No. In this game, there's no more updates. Nothing else is coming out. I'll run all this upstairs in a minute. Just tidying up. Okay, so I know that this is all running. This is all good, and that's all good. Here we go then. Right, lava's on. Water's on. $30 drills are on. And there you go. No problems. Right, what I will do is I'll get all this stuff out of here. Up the stairs. Right. So that's just going to chomp away for a little while and it'll be alright. And we'll be fine. Would you say that Hydroneer is dying? Yeah. Everyone's played it. Everyone's finished it as much as they are. There are new players coming when the game goes on sale. And I know that because I get a spike of views every time the game goes up on sale. A bit like every other game I've covered. But yeah, it's going to die because it's finished. There's no more updates coming to the game. So why would people continue to play? It's basically at this point a hobby. You know, if you continue to play, you continue to play. You're just happy doing it. But I would say that the reason why lots of people played it in the first place is because it was new, and people are attracted to new. But as soon as it gets old, people don't worry about it anymore. It's like when Satisfactory had an update, you'd see spike in viewers, people coming in and be like, "Hey, cool, excellent, it's all good. Yeah, look at this," and then it just dies off. Have you seen the game out of all? Yeah, I've played it. I own it. My problem is time. I don't really have a lot of time to play something like that when I'm doing other things. But it is a good game. Very solid. Very, very in tune with what the construction people want. And it is an amazing open world game. It's fantastic. I play Rocket League. I'm a Diamond 2. I'm not very good. I'm like your bog standard average player. Yeah, I'm not bronze or silver anymore. I've just gone out of gold. But what you've got to think is, I'm not a good player. I'm also an older person, which means my reaction times are not as quick as everybody else's. It's getting harder to keep up with people. Let's put it that way. You're never useless at something. You just need more practice. That's how I see it. There you go. So we now have 30 drills running, and it's only 7:30. We've only been playing for an hour and 26. So I'm going to give you the spiel. Ready? If you are enjoying the streams and the videos I have done, hit the like, subscribe, and notification button below for all other updates. If you want to become a member, just hit the join button. For just 99 cents a month, you can become a member, which is cheaper than any cup of coffee in the entire world. You can also pick up one of these awesome t-shirts called Embrace the Grind, or the brand new cup that says D's Nut across the front of it, so you too can have a D's Nut cup from the merch store below. And it's made by a company by Fourth Wall, who, in fairness, are really good. I love the quality of this. This is my own t-shirt that I purchased myself with my own Embrace the Grind on it, and it's very snug, very comfortable, and very high quality. I'm not even lying. This is like one of the best t-shirts I've owned. Even I've been with like 3 or 4 different merch companies. I've bought merch from every single one of them, and Fourth Wall are the best, by hands down. Yo, faceless guitarist. How you doing, sir? Faceless guitarist. That's one of the games where I more try the worse it gets. I'm 31, I'm 13 years old. Nephew can beat me in seconds. 13-year-olds have just got a fantastic... If they've been playing games from a young age, their reaction times are amazing. Like, you got to think, back in the day, well, for me, like 41 now, when we were young, it was like Super Mario Brothers and things like that, which is like, it doesn't take a lot of skill. But then if you play Rocket League as a 13-year-old, it's like, I can do all of this, it's fine. Yeah, but you got to keep yourself sharp. So when I play, because I play MLB, which in fairness, it is not a massively skilled game, it is timing more than anything. I have to play 1 or 2 rounds of Rocket League before I can play MLB, because I have to deal with, like, if I can deal with like fast objects bombing around a screen, hitting a ball, I should be able to deal with a fast ball. That's my logic. I try and speed up my own reaction time by playing a fast game and then playing something like baseball, which is a bit slower. So that's how I push myself a little bit when it comes to that sort of thing. But that's the... I mean, most of the time I'm quite happy to just sit around and play like 18 holes on Tiger Woods. You know, I prefer a slower paced game now. It's why I don't really care about zombie games anymore. It's why I don't really do a lot. I used to play Rocket League. Yeah, I still do. I play it, it's casual for me. Put him on Crash Bandicoot and you can't do anything with it. Exactly. We were grown up on games like that just like grind you. Epic destroyed? Nah, they haven't. No. I refuse to say they destroyed it, because it's still being played now by hundreds of thousands of people. The only thing that annoys me about Rocket League is not being able to earn as much freely, and you have to be part of like the battle pass all the time, and there's too many things to be purchased. That's fair. I got Skate comes out next year. I think Early Access comes out for, yeah, it's free to play, so I'll be alright with that. Took trading and haven't done anything but the camera system, which is still ours. Yeah, trading was a pain in the butt. Cameras are fine. If you just zoom it out and find your own, like, the way that your camera should behave, it's fine. How are we doing? What's the bank balance thus far? I ain't got a clue. I've literally just done... I'm up to 30 drills now. So I'm just like... chilling out for 5 minutes. I only ever do the bank balance at the end of the stream, which, because it's Sunday, I'll be cutting the stream at about 8:30, so we've only got about like an hour left. But because I'm now running 30 drills, it's a lot more money. See, 30 now. Still got to keep an eye on clouting though, because if we can get another like 1,000, we're up to 166, so you never know. But yeah, that's just the joys of life, really. This minute, the doc told me to hydrate. Well, I'm hydrating. Yep, that's a cow, all right. And I got some upsetting. Well, I say it's not that upsetting. I got an email from my gym, and they're like, "Bro, we're moving." Really? Yeah, because we're going to move into an air-conditioned unit. It's like, okay, cool. So they're actually have air conditioning, which means even in the dead of summer, I'll still be able to go to the gym. Because that was one of the things that put me off during this year, was when it's summer in the UK, it can be either really hot or just weird. And when it gets really hot, I mean, the gym was, it's just under like this massive canvas under its own roof sort of thing. And when I was talking to one of the people who worked down there, he said there was nobody else here apart from us, and it was 38 degrees, and there's no aircon in that gym. So it's like, shit, I'm glad I didn't go. But 38 degrees to do a workout, I was like, nah, that's right. So now they're gonna have like climate control. It's gonna be pretty cool, but they're not telling us where they are right now, where they're going to, because of legal reasons. I think it might just be where they're taking over. They're not knowing 100% yet, but yeah, it looks pretty. It sounds like it's going to be fun. Might also be good for them to expand in as well, so we get more machines to play on. And then what have we got to do? It's coming to the end of the month, so this Friday, this Friday or this Thursday is my next it's my next deadlift day. I do a deadlift day once a month. So once a month I'll go for another deadlift, and I spend another 3 weeks just training bits. My goal this time is 150. If I can do 150 this month, I'll be happy. Dude. 250. Canyonero. Yeah, the next I want to get another 10 drills going on that side, and then I'll be mining out that entire block for another like 20. I just seen that. I think you're about a minute behind E-Wolf. Just waiting now. Sort of sucks, you know. We're up to 43,000 of 100,000 for stone. Yeah. But yeah, so I've got 3 videos to edit through. They're going to be going for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Oh no, 2, because one of them's a 2-parter, but I can whack that into 1. Should be okay. So how many do we need to go? So that'll be the pipe, drill. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going to try and level out what I need to go for, and then we can dig this out. 1, 2, 3. That should be 4. Cool. Right, let me just level this out. Right, that's that. So that's how far back I've got to go into that wall. Right, on that note, I'm going to leave this running. And I'll be back in a bit. I need to go to the little hybrid room. And I'm back. Have you checked out Tiny Glade? Can make an interesting game. It's not so much as a game. It's basically a like a diorama. How you doing, Steve? So I played the demo. What all you've got to do is you just build stuff. So that's the whole game. It's just a building thing. Pardon me. So it's good for just I know, it's a bit like Townscaper. Did you ever play that? Where you have to put like the little buildings in, and it sort of expands out. That's basically what Tiny Glade is. My whole thing for it would have been, you could use it for making like backgrounds and stuff for thumbnails. So instead of using AI, you could use a game to create fantasy backgrounds. I sort of wish there was more games like it, so you could have like cyber and robots and this, that, and the other, which would be quite handy for backdrops. But yeah, it's Tiny Glade's more of a diorama maker. It's okay. I mean, it's really calming. Crikey. This is the downside to taking like so much medication yesterday. I'm now knackered from yesterday. Takes a lot out of me. Having migraines sucks, and I don't wish it upon anyone. It's bull crap. Let me just show you. If I could spell Townscaper, it's called. Show you this. This is all the game is. It's just about building stuff. So very much like Tiny Glade, it's just in a different sort of like format. See what I mean? So when you look at something like Townscaper, and then you look at so it's very, very similar if you look at the art style. Well, it's the way that it's built. So yeah, it's not so much as a game. It's more like it's just chill, build stuff, and just like I said, for me it's ideal as like a diorama thing. So if I was gonna build like if I was going to do more like RPG content, let's say. So RPG content, I need like a village background. I could physically build that village background and then have that as my screen background and then make the thumbnail from there. So that's what I mean. Cody Rocks, how you doing? But yeah, it's basically a diorama builder. And I actually don't mind them. I think they're kind of cute. And if there were more of them, that you could just cover every style of game. And I think they would be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, if you want to support the dev, go out and buy a copy of it and be happy. It is literally just, you know, if you're having a shitty day and you want to feel better, play Tiny. You get to like stroke sheep, you can build walls and you can build houses, and you can build your own little story in your brain, you know, and just get away from everything and just play something like that. But yeah, they're just sort of diorama games. Build what you like and be happy. That's all it is. What are we up to? I can't remember. 519. I can get another 5 drills at the moment. We need another 5. Which actually isn't taking too long now. Having 30 drills is really killing it, you know? It's all good. But yeah, so my next thing I need to do is dig my way through this wall. Which is going to be fun. Fun, fun. Right. One, two, four. Hoping the devs makes more style options. Yeah, I think it would be pretty alright. Even if they release as like £1 DLCs, I'd be okay with that. You know, all of a sudden you've got this way of just like mixing different designs and different everything else. I think it would be pretty cool. Hey mate, how you doing? Love the DLC to Hydroneer. Yeah, it's all right. I prefer the simplicity of the DLC than the main game, but I do prefer the main game for like everything else. We're nearly there. There we go. I'm guessing I'm just lamenting that Hydroneer so far doesn't appear to have any future aspects. Well, that's the thing. It did, like 4 years ago. That's what you have to consider. For 4 years, this game has been a thing. So its future aspects were the last 4 years of development. That's what you have to really look into. This game has been worked on for the last 4 years. People have played it, people have enjoyed it, and now it's coming to an end because it's been a long game. It's weird because it doesn't feel like I'm going in a straight line because I went off that way. You watched all my videos. Dude, thank you very much. Most appreciated. Well, so I don't really see them as live services. This is where, like, my definition of this game, like, you got to think before before the modern age of gaming, everything was made and then just left. You know, so yes, Mario or like Shinobi or anything, you were given a whole game on a cartridge because they had to build a game. Nowadays, in development like this, the game could be made over several years, and people will tag along and will see its development, and that's how things are now. This isn't so much in the live services. This is like Max bought out a game. Over the years, he made it better, and it just got to a point where he wasn't going to expand it anymore. And that's all you have to think of. It's not malicious of any kind. It's more, this is sort of it, you know. I mean, if this game, if he'd have basically just worked on this game for 4 years, you wouldn't have seen all the stuff that he's gone through to get it to this point, would you? And that's the difference. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's definitely not a live service game. I get you now. Don't worry. I don't have much of a problem with live service games. I think it's just because I see the gaming world a little bit differently from like a lot of other critics. As a person who played games for a really, really long time, I don't get paid to voice my opinion and stuff. So I create my own opinion from my own experiences in life when it comes to live service games. I actually don't mind live service games. I think they're okay. But, and there's always a but, what you have to take into consideration with live service is that you don't own the game. It can be taken offline whenever it wants. And it's the same with even games like World of Warcraft. Technically, World of Warcraft is a live service game. It can be removed whenever you want. You don't own a physical copy to it. And that's basically the end of it, if it ever happened. So, but they keep it going. Blizzard have kept that game going. The reason why is because it makes a shit ton of money each time. They're not going to take it offline because of how much it brings. So the argument was when the crew went offline, and that's when this whole like live service debate really started to like take off. And this is when people started getting in arms like, oh well, I can't play this game because it's been taken offline. It's like, well, that's a fucking shame, isn't it? What you should have done is not made the Crew 2, 3 and all the other games that have followed it and just kept to one game. Well, that means there's no expansions. But you said you preferred you're still playing the old game, so it doesn't matter to you, does it? And that's where people get a bit more defensive, because you're then going against what their point was in the first place. That's why I have a different opinion. If you're going to get into a live service game, be prepared that in 5 to 10 years your game can potentially go offline and never return. All that hard work and all that stuff that you go through it, like, okay, cool. So I'm at some point I might lose everything. Yes, you might. That's a live service game. Welcome to the modern day world. I don't know about anyone else, but your feed just froze up maybe for 30 seconds. Not for me. We ain't got no problems my side. But yeah, that's how I see live services. At some point, they may go offline. And if they go offline, tough tits. That's really all I can really say. Yeah, games happen. But if you're playing something you bought physically, you can still play it after it's disappeared. You are okay. You can carry on. but know that everything else has disappeared. Like the infrastructure of the game, all your friends, they've all moved on. They've all gone to pastures new. And the main reason why the crew shut its servers is because no one was really playing it. There were like 10 people playing the first game of the crew. No one cares. They all moved over to the crew 2 in 2018. But we're supposed to give a shit about a game that's been out for 10 years and no one plays. Why? And this was my main argument to people who are just like, yeah, but it goes against different. Well, I bought the game. I should keep being able to play it. Alright, okay, cool. You bought the game. When did you last play it? Because it wasn't last fucking week, or you'd be on the stats board, wouldn't you? So, in most people, I mean, back in the day, if you didn't like your game, you would trade it back in. Or if you were finished with it, you would trade it in, never play it again. But now, for some reason, we have to keep games around just because of one person and his dog, and maybe his wife called Miriam. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I come from the era of keeping games. I come from the era of people collecting games. It doesn't matter anymore. If you're a collector, be a collector. That's completely fine. But at the end of the day, know that some of the stuff you collect might be obsolete soon. It's like people who collect cars. At some point, we're not going to be using cars anymore. You just don't know when it's going to happen. DVDs are another one. VHS. Go back. If you go back, like, let's pretend for a second that everybody owns DVD players. Exactly. I'm just about to pick that brain up, right? Back in the day, we used to watch VHS, right? So we used to have videos on tape. People thought that was going to be around for years and years and years. And what happened? It got taken over by the DVD. It's like a live service game, apart from it lasted, 20 odd years or 30 years instead of like a few. I still love playing this game. I've got a stupid amount of time in this as well. Everyone thought DVDs was going to be the next big thing, so everyone went out and bought a DVD player and bought hundreds and hundreds of DVDs. I did myself. And then all of a sudden, nobody buys them anymore because you just download them all to your hard drive, or you get a streaming service, and then all that physical media that you used to own because you thought that was going to be the last thing, you don't need it anymore because it's all online. And then records come back into fashion. You know, everyone's like, oh, I've got to buy vinyl now because I'm a vinyl junkie. It's like, oh, so we're going back in circles now. And this is the problem. Like, imagine like the old tech that we used to use when we were kids, like videos and cartridges and this, that and the other. Imagine they are live services. At one point in the future, they just disappeared because nobody wanted to use them anymore. It's the same with gaming. Gaming has a certain lifespan and then it moves on. And unfortunately, people think we have to keep things running because of them. When we were all using video recorders back in the day, no one kept the VHS around because we were all using them. We just moved on. We kept going and we didn't care. Same with gaming. Unless you're basically a collector who sticks in the past, who has a collection of all the old retro stuff and you have walls and walls of video games and cartridges and everything else that you collected over your years, most people in the gaming world do not give a flying crap about where their game's going to be in 10 years time. Most people. And I know this because that's how everybody is. It's a pattern. It happens every couple of years. Someone moans about something and we all apparently have to listen to that person. And here is Mr. Rant. Yeah, well, it's true though. That's the thing. It's the whole. It goes back all the way through. You could go as far back as Betamax and tapes and, you know, old school cassettes. Eventually, everything dies. That's just how it is. And if you don't like it, you may as well just put yourself in a red phone box and just wait for the end of the world, because everything around you is going to change. And I'm just being a realist. I'm just sitting here knowing that in 5 years' time, I'm actually expecting this, right? I joined in my having. I'm not really ranting. I'm just sort of thinking aloud. I'm expecting gaming. If you look at the Apple headset, and I know people think it's a bit unpopular and no one really likes it, and that's fine. But what you've got to consider is VR is in its baby stages right now. In 10 years' time, VR is going to be completely different. It's going to be the next way you're going to play games and interact with your life. You probably won't even have a mobile phone, because VR would have taken over. Augmented reality. You know, your phone calls are going to be, you're going to be wearing your glasses, you know, because they're going to be, the VR will be, if you ever watch Ready Player One, the little ski goggles, VR will be like that at one point in the future. And you'll be able to go click, and your friend's going to come up on a chat next to you. Hey man, do you want to play a game? Yeah, cool. I'll be there in 5. He'll go offline. You're going into the lobby. You're going to be sitting in your chair playing a game. Or we might get like actual, like, you know, moving floors. Because Disney were developing those. Have you seen Meta Orion? No, I haven't. But yeah, you've just got to think that everything that you know now is old. I miss phone boxes, having handheld microphone, telephones, and yeah. So yeah, you, that's what I mean. Like, that's just for augmented reality right now. In a couple of years' time, you'll be doing everything on it. You won't have to have a phone. You'll just be like, okay, cool, I'll be there in 5 minutes. That's where we're headed. So even playing on a PC will be almost obsolete at that point. Video editing will just be done like... and you'll be putting in bits and pieces. And you'll do it all through just in and out. Minority Report, not so much. I still, unless... So, unless you get a government that's very totalitarian, where they're basically going to start investigating into like people's criminal records right up front and so on and so forth, Minority Report won't ever be a thing. Unless you're going to start like arresting people on future crimes. That sort of thing. And then that's like fucked up. So that sort of thing won't happen. But if you get the right people in charge of your country, it will happen. And you'll be arrested because at one point in time you might have considered kicking an old lady's cat over a fence. You know, that sort of thing. And then you're basically screwed. So there's a thin line between sort of going down what a film has done in the past and going down what we have done now. I would say that for the UK, if you look at the way that we've just been we went through the righty stuff, which in fairness was slightly plonkerish, but at the same time I can understand why they were doing it. But I do feel that everybody is entitled to free speech and not hate speech, but that's just freedom of speech as well, which is a pain in the butt. Basically, we've been locking people up in this country for saying stuff on Facebook. So people have been getting 20-month sentences because they said, I can't say it on YouTube just in case I get bloody arrested. But these were things against a certain group of religious people, right? And because they were mentioned in this like certain group of religious people and the hate rhetoric, they were arrested for up to 20 months each. And it goes down to a point that even some of the stuff they were being arrested for didn't really make sense. But then they were just like, well, you're inciting violence. It's like, no, I'm having a vote. I'm voicing my opinion. But because it was against this one thing at the same time that riots were happening, they basically booked people for inciting violence. And I'm like, this isn't good. I'm actually against this. And the reason why I'm against it is because I believe in free speech. I believe you can have an opinion about anything and anybody, and you shouldn't be locked up about it. Even if it's not very good or very nice, and if it breaks down the whole moral world, then it's a little bit crap. So I genuinely feel that paedophiles should be killed. That's how I see the world. They should just be executed so we don't have to deal with scum anymore. But then that's my freedom of speech to say that. At some point, that could be called hate speech, and I could be arrested for that because I'm basically having a go at that sort of thing. And that's what I mean. If you're vocal about this certain thing, one time in your life you could be arrested for your opinion, like what happened during the riots in the UK because of basically, if you don't know, in the UK there was this kid from Cardiff. He was a descendant of an immigrant family, so he was born in Cardiff, but his family come from Africa, and because his family come from Africa, everyone assumed he was a Muslim, because nothing was ever said about who he was in the first place. So people jumped on top of this, got to a point that some rich white woman basically got hold of this news and went, oh, and then blighted it across the internet. Everyone followed and it all got really bad out of hand. This kid went to Southport. Was it Southport? I think it was Southport. He went to Southport and basically walked into this dance studio where kids were having a dance session for Taylor Swift songs, and he stabbed lots of the kids there, which was not very good. Now, because that happened and there was a lot of misinformation flying around the internet, lots of people got pissed off and rioted, like for a week solid in this country. And at the same time, Labour Party basically said, if you are seen causing violence in these riots, then you will be arrested and you will be dealt with. And that I can understand, because some of them were genuinely throwing bricks and breaking things and doing that. They're the sort of people that should be arrested. Then they went online. And then they started arresting people for what they were talking about on Facebook and Twitter, or X, sorry. So and there were people who have been put in prison for up to 20 months because of what they said on Facebook. And I sat there and just went, well, that goes against the standards of freedom of speech. And that's why Keir Starmer is now known as two-tier Keir, because of this one thing that he started doing. And it starts to have a go at the basis of population of our own opinion. You're not allowed to say things like this because of this. Tiger, how you doing? Thank you very much for kicking by. And that's when I started to you start to read between the lines of what people were actually saying and what they're actually doing. And I found myself sort of talking to people who are more leftist viewing. And they're like, but you shouldn't be able to say this because of this. I'm like, but it's freedom of speech. Even if you don't like it, it's a freedom of speech. I prefer the politics of Hydroneer. Darn that tiny king. Damn him, and he hasn't got a footstool. I have to look down upon him, even though he's my king. How you doing there, Max? But yeah, it's one of those things. You get back to the tyranny of the little king. I agree. I'm flattening out for the next. If I need to, I'm probably going to need to expand out. But yeah, I'm just I'm making the floor out bigger. Doing so, thanks. How are you? I'm coming to you. You're in the Swiss Alps. Fair play to you, buddy. I'm in Kent, like I always am. I'm good. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Are you on the road full time now, like building a game in a camper van, basically? Or have you got some minion to work on the game and you're just giving them instructions, like feeding them bananas each day? Make my game so I can feed you more bananas. Yes. Less rant, more joy. Ah, it's always good to have a vocal chat. Still have a team working on the new game. All good. What about you? Are you working on the new game, or are you just enjoying the freedom? Yes. I'm working on it, but I am taking it easy and enjoying travelling. Probably about 50. Oh, that's okay. That's cool, man. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. And it's almost time for you to. Are you coming home for the winter? Or are you going like Spain or something? Because I've got a friend who's. I said, what you gonna do? Because he's like a full-time YouTuber on Campervanning now. And I said, what's your plans for the winter? He said, mate, I'm going to Spain for 3 months. I'm just going to go to Europe where it might be warmer. But yeah, he said he's going to be dropping by like mine in November, and then he's going to head over the board over the channel for a bit. Bloody Brexit, yeah. You're not allowed to do freedom of movement. We want you all here, slave labouring over your manual jobs. That's alright, at least Itchy you can talk to Itchy again. He seems lonely at the moment. Doing Scotland, I don't have my London flat anymore, so it's 4 wheels under me permanently. That's fair, man. At least you've always got the option of going like Airbnb for a week if you actually just want to stop and be like, you know what, we just need to put our feet on the ground for a little bit and we'll be okay. So you should you should have your own personal channel now, Max, right? Away from Foulball Hangover, and you should just call yourself the traveling dev. And you could be designing a game from all over the world, and you could show people where you are at this time and what you're working on and this, that and the other. How did you come up with the name? Who are you talking to? Because there are 2 people in here with interesting names, Foulball Hangover and the Scots guy. Me? Oh, okay. It's the Hybridsteel origin story time. Basically, if you really gotta know, Hybridsteel is my gamer tag from my old Xbox days. And before Hybridsteel, it was Deafening Silence. And the reason why it came up to Hybridsteel was I like Linkin Park's first album, which is called Hybrid Theory. So I took the hybrid part out, and that's what Linkin Park was originally going to be called before they changed the name to Linkin Park. Fun fact for you. And steel, because I worked in a metal factory, so everything around me was steel, and it was metal. So it's literally a really boring story. But that's where I got the name from. And genuinely, it stuck with me. I own it on Xbox and PSN. I don't own it on Nintendo, because I don't own a Nintendo. Yeah, pretty boring. There's nothing ever interesting about someone's gamer tag or name. Unless you're called the One-Armed Wanderer, and then you've probably got a really good story. It's not low enough. Got us good. We've got 7 days to die Okay. Have fun, man. Enjoy yourself on that. I mean, I do like the look it's been upgraded. I haven't got around to playing it though. Mainly because like I'm not really into like my whole zombie thing anymore. but it looks good for what they've done to it. I have to get rid of this roof. At least my machines are still working. That means the filters are still okay. Right, hopefully that's it. No. You know what? This makes me mad. That means it's still not low enough. I hate doing this. What's your favourite and least favourite game genre? Least favourite, I would definitely say anything that involves like My Little Pony or horse riding. So Barbie games, mainly, I'm not a big fan of. My most favourite genre, I actually prefer baseball. I like baseball, generally, it's quite cool. Get lava machine? No, because that means I have to go and get tokens, and I have to go and earn tokens, and I don't really want to go in and do that because that takes too much time. I don't want to do that crap. Nope, shit, fucking assholes. Arse. I'm not really big into like survival with zombies anymore either. If I'm gonna play a survival game, I just want to survive. Like, I don't have to be being chased by zombies. I just want to wilderness survive. Like, I'm gonna get attacked by a pack of wolves or something. But like zombies, I feel like zombies is too overplayed nowadays, and I'm like, it actually puts me off. And that's what I said about Project Castaway. Looks like a cool game, and then they added like zombies to it. I'm like, I really don't care. It's not my thing, really isn't. Don't like doing this bit. This is the worst part about this game, is having to like dig out everything like this. I know I could get a better pickaxe, but then I have to go in and collect stuff, and then it's like means I have to go and get the hauler, and I have to go and do this, and I don't want to. It just doesn't make for very interesting streaming, that's all. That's the main problem. What did you do today? I looked at the ceiling and did it with a pickaxe. Cool. Right. Are you winning? Yeah. I think I'm nearly done. Who's your favourite band? If I had to put a finger on it, like to say that that was the band, if I had to listen to their albums for the rest of my life, it would probably be Static X. Probably. I would say that's like if that's my like go-to. If I'm like annoyed for a day, I'll put their albums on. But then I'm a big fan of Limp Bizkit. Big fan of Limp Bizkit. Seen them live a couple of times now. Doing alright. I missed out watching them in Margate. I was a little bit disappointed. I was also stunned that they were playing Margate, because Margate's a shithole. Sorry for all those people out there, but Margate isn't the greatest place in the world. But yeah, I was surprised they were there. If I knew it was real, I would have gone. I genuinely thought it was fake. Turns out it wasn't. So I was disappointed. Slipknot definitely up there in that whole like big bracket of things that I enjoy listening to. Like, I can listen to Slipknot for hours. Quite partial to it. Who else? Hatebreed. I could listen to Hatebreed for a really, really long time. That's like pent-up aggression. What do you listen to? Hybrid, Devil Driver as well. Devil Driver for sure. So I would say that like my 5 bands I would, if I had to listen to their music for the rest of my life, they're probably ones I would listen to. My problem is like listening to music is depending on what mood I'm into right now as well. Like is what I would listen to. I'm quite partial to listen to a bit of NWA. I like Power Man 5000. I could also listen to Chuck Berry. So yeah, it's quite varied of what I do listen to, and what films I'm listening to as well. Because if I'm listening to like a good film and it's got a really good soundtrack, I'll listen to the soundtrack. Tony Hawk's got me into a lot of skate punk rock. So like listening to Superman by fucking what's that? I can't even remember their bloody name now. Oh, who did Superman? Goldfinger. It wasn't Goldfinger, was it? Superman song wasn't Black Lace. If I type COVID edition, Goldfinger. It was Goldfinger. There you go. Yeah, so I'll listen to him as well. Lacusto. Yo! What up, dude? Right, so because we've extended the mine that way by a good, like, 4 or 5 squares, if I have to build another layer, which I will at some point, then this is where it's going to be. Welcome to Hellhole. Right, we should be well over 1,000 Cloutium right now. Crap. 1,300. I'm going to go buy another 10 drills, so we got to turn everything off. Oh no! Right, okay, that's fine. Turn the drills off. Yeah, music. I can talk about. I can talk about music for a long time. I like music. Not so much into the whole like pop world. I don't like pop music. It's too manufactured, and it's disgusting, and it should be killed and shot and just left outside to rot and die and never come back ever again in my entire existence. But I know there are people out there who like it. So that's just one thing. But yeah, I'm very sort of rock and metal orientated when it comes to my choice of music. I do need to bring iron, but I forgot my bucket. My bucket's up here. So we're going to go and build another 10 drills, get them all attached, and then hopefully it'll work. I also listen to a lot of local bands. That's good. It's like saving your local music scene is very good. We used to do that a lot. So after I went to download for several years on the trot, and after I got married, me and Kerry used to go to a lot of like local gigs, like a lot of them. She used to review a load of local bands as well. So we did alright of listening to local music. And then we were listening to this guy on the radio, on the internet, and his name was Jim Bierman. And he runs a show called The Bierman Show, Top Rock Radio. And then he started going, well, I'm going to go off and I'm going to create my own music festival because everything's too fucking expensive, blah, blah, blah. So he did. And he made Beermageddon, which was, in fairness, a decent racket. And every band that plays are underground metal bands. Then none of them have ever really been famous. They're all just really good bands that he's just had on his show and he's played, and the crowd like them, so he'll put them on. And it's 3 days worth. It goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's just 3 days of just stuff you've probably never listened to, and everybody's really nice most of the time, you know. And that's just what it's like. We enjoyed going, and then unfortunately we had kids, so we haven't been for a while. The last year I went was when I think Logan was just born, so I haven't been back. We haven't been to Beermageddon for like 7 years. I think it has been. Has it been 7 years? Beermageddon. Yeah, I think the last time we went was like 2014. So 10 years in. So yeah, I mean we got married there as well. So we had our official wedding the week before Beermageddon, and Jim, the guy that runs the festival, he does. He's an ordained minister, so he does hand fastings, which aren't official weddings, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, we got married twice in 1 week, and it was at a festival, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, it was just nice, you know. It's a good little atmosphere, good people, and everyone's just all right, you know. And the music's good as well. If you've got like a couple of days to burn, check out Beermageddon. It's at a place called Stoke Prior. It's a small festival, like tiny. 3 days worth of local bands. Question, can you gift me the DLC because I like Hydroneer and I have nothing to play in? Well, congratulations and welcome to my world of not having any fucking money. It's that simple? No. I can't gift you the DLC because, number one, I haven't got any money either. It's amazing, isn't it? In this whole day and age where somebody on the internet who is a streamer and YouTuber has no money. Yeah, no, I can't gift it to you. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't. Number one, because number one, I don't know you. And number two, you can earn it yourself. You get some money. Like, I'm waiting for payday, which is, for me, it's the end of next month. So I also have no money. Get a job, buy a lawnmower. If you can get a lawnmower, you can earn money. It could be an electric one or a petrol one. Go and borrow it off your dad and just say, Dad, I'm off to try and make some money for myself. Put a thing in a local Facebook group and say, hey, I'm trying to make some money. I'll come around and cut your lawn for, I don't know, £10 an hour. And after you've done 2-3 hours worth of work, you've earned yourself 30 quid. You can go out and buy yourself the DLC for the game. And then you never have to do it again for a little while. Unless you do a really good job and people like you, then you can earn lots of money by not having to do very much, apart from cutting people's grass. Just saying. I used to do a paper round. So when I was 12 years old, no, 13, because legal age is 13 to work as a paperboy. As a 13-year-old kid, I used to get up at 6:30 in the morning, get on my bike and deliver people's bloody newspapers to them every morning without fail. So I've been working since I was 13. If you got no money, find a way of making money. Reselling stuff. If you've got something at home that you don't like anymore or don't care about anymore, flog it to somebody, make some money and buy the DLC. Become a reseller. As a kid, I killed Mum's lawnmower doing lawns. There you go. But that's the thing, you did it. If I was, I'll put this into perspective. If I was stuck for cash, like, let's say that I gave up YouTube or the internet died. I mean, number one, that would be quite devastating for the rest of the world. But if the internet died, I would literally get my lawnmower and my strimmer and I'd pin a local board and say, do you want your gardens cut? I'll come around and do it. I hate gardening, by the way. For the record, I despise cutting grass and I flipping hate cutting my hedge. But if I'm doing it for money from somebody else, I really don't care. I will do most things that are laborious, boring labour tasks for cash. Because at the end of the day, it's earning money that I need and my family need. And if I want something, I will do my damnedest to get it. I think that's the difference between me and other people. Like, when I moved out, I had 3 months. I don't really tell this story a lot. So, I had 3 months. And I moved out on my 24th birthday, right? So I was 24 years old, and I'd arranged a job interview 300 miles away from my parents. And all I had to do was get there the next day to go to this interview and hopefully start a life. That was it. And a couple of weeks before that, I'd phoned up my nan and my uncle because they owned a house down this way. And I said, look, I'm putting myself forward for a couple of interviews down your way. Is it possible I could spend a little bit of time down yours until I get myself sorted? My uncle gave me 3 months. My dad said I'd be home in 3 months. So I had 3 months. Within those 3 months, I slept on my nan's floor. I had all my clothes with me. I went to job interviews. I got 2 jobs. I moved out. I got my own flat. And I got myself sorted within 3 months. And I lived in a flat on my own, paying my bills because I was working 2 jobs just to survive, because I was up to my eyeballs in debt, but I didn't want to go home. So when someone says, oh, I can't afford the DLC to a game, I couldn't afford to live, and I carried on. Not being able to afford a DLC is not the end of the world, and there are definite ways of making £7 or £8. I mean, it's not that difficult. So there are ways out there, and all you have to do is find that way. And some of them are free. Reselling stuff is one of the easiest ways to make money. And I know this sounds skivvy, but in tight ways of thinking, go onto your free pages on like Facebook of your local area. If somebody's getting rid of something for free, take it. Go and get it. Go and collect. Pick it up for free and say, "Oh, my mum said she wanted this, so she asked me to come in and pick it up." Take that item, put it back, and you go and take it to a shop and flog it for 25p or whatever it's worth. And you could do this over and over again until you earn enough money. Now, it's not the greatest way to earn money because you are literally taking stuff for free and dealing with it, but it's sort of the same as reselling. You're looking to buy stuff for cheap and sell it to people for slightly more expense. So it's the same sort of principle, it's just you're getting it for free instead. Right, so I've done 10 again. But yeah, it's just you have to find your way of earning money no matter what. When you're a kid, it's easier. People just go, "Oh, he's a little scamp, you know. Oh, he's taking stuff and he's selling it. That's fine." When you get older and you start doing it, people don't like you as much. But there is always ways of making money. And I'll put it into perspective. Doing YouTube and streaming is one of the ways that I make a little bit of money. It's not a lot of money, but it helps. But wherever you see a reason for making it, go for it. You know, a weird way of doing stuff is going to charity shops and looking through their clothing racks. Because a lot of charity shops, obviously they know that like games and DVDs in some cases make them money. So they'll put them on like private listings or put them on eBay. British Heart Foundation do this a lot now. So the British Heart Foundation store, which is a charity, you used to be able to go into their store and always find like retro consoles. You can't really find them so much anymore, but if you go onto their eBay page, they're doing eBay auctions for games consoles a lot of the time. PC peripherals as well, strangely. And yeah, but if you go in there and look at clothing, now there are stuff in like retro shops or charity shops that sell really, really well. If they've still got tags on them, like the actual tags that came from the shop, like these are things that like people have worn or they've never worn. They've bought it and gone, "Oh, that'll be all right. I can wear that on an occasion." And then they've never like used it. They've chucked it in a charity shop and it's like £2.50. Go and buy it. Chances are you could probably flog it for 15 quid on eBay to some woman who wants a nice outfit. You know, when it comes to women's clothes, they sell better on eBay than they do for like anything else. Or Vinted. Vinted's another way of earning money off of it, because there are literally people on Vinted selling shoes for like £1 a pair. Guess what? People on eBay will buy those shoes for 15 quid a pair. So you go onto these places, you get a couple of pairs of shoes for a couple of quid, and then you flog them on eBay for a little bit more. Admittedly, you have to take the 12% commission off of it, but you're probably still going to be earning more than £1. You put everything up to a 7-day auction or a 7-day listing, and you should be okay. But this is all the things that I've learned over my time. There are lots and lots of different ways of making money. It's just having to find them, and that's the issue. Like I said, I resell from time to time. I'll go into a charity shop, or I'll go to a boot fair. I'll pick up 20-30 quid's worth of stuff, and then I'll chuck it on eBay for 45-50 quid. I'll make £15-20 profit, and I'll just carry on. It's like those. Like, I've got Fable 1, 2 and 3, which I picked up from a boot fair. Admittedly, I think I spent 25 quid on them. They're probably worth about 40. So they are worth money. It's just, to me, it's worth more as a collection. But if I needed to sell them, I could. You know? Another one is pop figures. If you can find pop figures at like boot fairs and stuff, normally they go for a bit cheaper. I got Weirdo Yankovic up in the corner. He cost me 5 quid. When long will be the stream go for? I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to get like 40 of these up, and then I'm probably going to be done. Because it's 8:45 now. I've got to do a few bits of recording, and I've just got to chill, because like tomorrow it's going to be an early rise, because my kids are going to be up and like, school. Alright, let's go. Because it's the school run, so yeah. I'm up at like 5 o'clock in the morning with the kids sometimes. Depending on how long they let me sleep. It's either between 5 and 6. So it could be any time. It's fun. You got a holiday. Fair play to you. I'll be streaming tomorrow night, by the way, because Logan's got cubs. So I will be. There's no point in me going online and talking to like my brothers and stuff for like 25 minutes before everyone goes offline. Because for some reason, one of my brothers goes off at 9 o'clock every night. He used to go off at 9:30, but then he now goes off at 9. So it's like he's on for a really short time. And because I'm doing like cubs and stuff with like, I don't do it, but I take my kid to cubs. Then it's like there's no point in me going on there. So I'll stream tomorrow. Are you going to sell off before you go? Yeah, we'll do that. I just want to see if this all works properly and then we can go from there. You'll stop by if you remember. Not a problem. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I might play card shop. We'll do another shed ton of cards and stuff. But I've got to get my videos edited tomorrow morning, well, and Tuesday morning. Because I normally get, weirdly, what I normally do is I sit here, the kids are sitting down, they've got dressed, they're eating their breakfast. I'm like, okay, cool, I should be fine. And then all of a sudden, they're like, you know, they'll be watching their TV, and I've finished my breakfast. I'm like, cool, I finished my breakfast, excellent. Now I can start editing. I've normally got one video edited before they come off. Before I take them to school. Well, there we go. We've got 3 drills ready to go. How many hours do I have on Hydroneer? About 1,700. Too many. It's too many, man. Right, that's Cloutium. And that's iron. Right, let's get this rolling, and then we can see where we are at. Might help if we connect this up, right? Right. We need a couple of straights. Go there. Now I need a power. I need a shard bar one. So that one. Right. Now I need my bar. There we go. Now we've got 40 drills running. Chugga chugga choo choo. And there we go. So now we are actually chugging away. All that work is now coming to fruition. Yes. Yes, Harry. Right, there we go. So I'll turn all that off now. Alright, cool. So that's all done, that's all done, and that's all done. Right. Slowly walk upstairs. Turn that off. Turn that off. That sounds like a Logan. Alright, grab me bucket. So we need that out of here. That out of here. How much? That actually wouldn't be a lot, but we could use that as a hilt. Might want to stock up on repair kits. Yeah, I do have to buy some more now. Alright, so my gem bucket is worth 273,000. Not too shabby. And then my sword, which I'm making now. Is that the Cloutium? That's the gold. That's Cloutium. All good. And there's my sword. And we're not going to see it until we get to the actual shop. And then we got to buy some tool bags. So we had 1.8 million when we started on my rack of cash. We spent a little bit on some conveyor belts and some pipes and bits and pieces. But apart from that, yeah, I don't know what we're going to have left. But now we've got 40 drills going. I don't know what the average is. So, yeah, that's I don't know. Right, so that should be about 250 grand. Oh, 270. Okay, cool. Cheers. Now this, I don't know how much it's worth. What's the guessing? It's going to be 1 million something. 1 point something, I think. So I have no idea what... I don't know. I have no idea what it's worth. I don't know. What do you think in chat? 1 point something. .7, 1.4. Is the mine already too big to leave it running in the background? No, it's just I'm totting up because this. I always do this into my stream. 1.4. 1.9. Steve Lucas is the closest to the guess. There we go. So in total, we did 2.24 million. So we chuck that in total, and we got 4 million. Only 96 million Hydrocoin to go. Yeah. Trying to go and find out what he's doing. I think he's up to something. Ten should do it, right? What's your most played game? In my life, I don't know. This one, if I'm just on Steam. GTA has probably sucked. I've probably put over my 10 years of like playing Grand Theft Auto 5, I've probably played it for about a year. Like, if you were to accumulate all the time.
Honey,
What?
the youngest takes after me.
Right.
Yeah, look, 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 look.
A what?
Look over his head.
Oh dear.
Take off and say, you need to breathe, darling.
How's it going, old Yella? I'm doing alright. Just about to go. It's a short stream today because it's, I don't know, I mean, it's still 3 hours. It's just, I've got a few bits and pieces to do tonight, and then it's an early rise tomorrow. And I'm knackered from yesterday. Literally, like, so many I took so much painkillers, I knocked myself out, but I'm knackered from it all. Migraines suck balls. Right, that's 19. That's 17. That's 19. Oh, pardon me. Right. We might be able to max all these up again. Ta-da! We're full. And there we go. So we now have 4 million quid. Will you play GTA 6? I will be, but chances are I won't be able to do it straight away because obviously it's not coming out for PC straight away. It's coming out for console. So yeah, I'll be playing GTA 6. I'm hoping we'll be able to do like cross saving, which means my save from one will go on to the other. But I don't know yet. It's depending on what the release date is. When does it come out for PC? Well, if GTA 6 drops next year, which might do, but it is looking to be delayed. So let's say it comes out in 2026. It won't hit PCs until 2027. So you got like 3 more years to wait, or 2.5 years to wait. So unfortunately, it's just a waiting game for GTA. But when it comes to console, it's like, yeah, we're going to get it first. It's amazing. But apart from that, yeah, it should be okay. I don't like this, it's wonky. And there we go. We'll just got all this to sort out now. But yeah, apart from that, that's where we're at. So we got 4 million quid. Now we got to get another like 90 or 96. So I'm hoping this will, 40 drills should definitely like hit this a lot harder now, and we'll go from there. I missed the previous streams and got here late. Is this vanilla only run? Yes, I'm not using mods at all. So everything has to be done by me. That's it. What do you do outside of YouTube? Absolutely nothing. I'm a full-time carer, so I'm home all the time. I look after my kids. I look after my wife when she needs it. I do a lot of the housework. I basically do everything unless Kerry's able to help. Because of when she went through chemo, it basically knocked her for 6. Her mobility got shot and basically fucked her up. So yeah, I'm a full-time carer. So yeah, hope that explains it. It's also why I bitch about when people come in here and go, well, you're a streamer, you're rich. It's like, if I was rich, I wouldn't live in a council house. It's that simple. But I do. So there you go. 3 hours worth of Hydroneer. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button below for all other updates. If you want to become a member, you can for... Oh, hello, microphone. If you want to become a member, you can for as little as 99 cents a month, and it's basically cheaper than any cup of coffee. And if you want some merch, go check out my merch. Embrace the Grind t-shirts. These are really comfortable, made by Fourth Wall, and I'm going to be honest, one of the best merch companies I've worked with. So, thank you very much for kicking by. I'll see you later. I'm going to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do, and have a great rest of your weekend, week, day, month, afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. Until then, boom. Fist bump to you.